Welcome to the Roys. This is where we raise youthful soldiers for Christ. I am your host, Grace Michere, and today we are at
Nyeri Baptist High School.
Yes, a mixed boarding school right here in Nyeri County. And as you can see, Nyeri County take their young people very seriously. You can count how many times we've been invited to this place. Either way, we are here with these students having the theme of the term, which is
Divine Intervention.
And which verse does it come from?
Jeremiah 33 verse 3.
Yes, exactly. Therefore, come with us as we see the special talents that these young people have, and also we are going to enter the service and see how they do that, how they praise their God right here in Nyeri County.
Going home to live with God. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world, troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. Going to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. Going to live with God. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world, troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Oh, soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world, troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Oh, soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God. No more, no more, weeping and away, waiting. No more, weeping and away, waiting. No more, weeping and away. Going to live with God. No more, weeping and away, waiting. No more, weeping and away, waiting. No more, weeping and away. Going to live with God. No more, waiting, waiting and away, waiting, waiting, weeping, no waiting, no more, waiting. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world, troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world, troubles of the world, the troubles of the world. Soon I will be done now with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. Going to live with God. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. Going to live with God. I'm going to live with God. I'm going to live with God.
Hi, this is Nyeri Baptist High School. We all welcome our viewers from every corner of Kenya. That's our service, and we all welcome you.
the God who hears. Have you noticed, even in the Bible, that God, our God, usually makes fun of those other gods or those other things people worship that have ears but do not hear, that have eyes but cannot see? He makes fun of them. He says, why would you worship something that has ears but cannot hear? In Isaiah and Jeremiah you find that. Because he is the God who hears. You can't make fun of someone if you have the same problem. It's very difficult. So if our God couldn't hear, he wouldn't be ridiculing those other things or those other gods that cannot hear. So our God hears. It is not a one-way communication. We usually feel like when I pray, I am talking to God. But mostly, we are not talking to him. We are just, yani monologue. Tunamwambia tu, but we never take time to hear back from him. Just like if you are married, for our parents who are married may tell you that when you are in a relationship with someone, you wouldn't like, even if it's just a friendship. Now, hataki kusikia what's going on in your life, it gets boring. Exactly like that. Our God is after a relationship with you, an intimate relationship. It's about intimacy. Praise God. He's always ready to hear us. How do we know? This is where we are going to read the Bible. Jeremiah 33, verse 3. It says, call to me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. God is imploring. These are the Israelites. This is Jeremiah. He's saying, call to me, and I will answer you. The Bible also says in Isaiah 62, verses 6 and 7, Isaiah 62, 6 and 7, you who make mention of the Lord, do not keep silent and give him no rest until he establishes and till he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Till he makes Nyeri Baptist a praise in Kenya. Do not keep silent. Do not give his ears rest. Why is God so eager for people to keep calling upon his name? Keep talking to me. I love to hear your voice. Keep calling upon my name, you who make mention of the Lord, because he hears. Daniel chapter 9, tunaona in verse 20, that Daniel was reading the book of Jeremiah. Yes, even Daniel was reading the Bible. It was just not compact like that. They were scrolls. So he was reading Jeremiah, and he saw that the time of the exile of the Israelites in Babylon was drawing to an end. And he didn't want them to overstay in a land that was not theirs, where walikuwa watumwa. So what did he do? Daniel started praying. But it took some days. If I'm not wrong, it took 21 days for his answer to come. God sent angel Gabriel. And Daniel writes in verse 20 of chapter 9, while I was speaking, verse 21 inasema, yes, while I was speaking in prayer, Gabriel akakuja. Venye alikuja, Gabriel alimwambia in verse 23, at the beginning of your supplication, the command went out. So when you begin to pray, God is so eagerly waiting for you to speak to him and to hear from him, that when you begin to pray, the command goes out to help you in whatever situation is troubling you or is making you anxious. Our God hears. The third point, it is the Lord. Why should we talk to God and listen to him? Because it is the Lord who can lead you in the right path to take for your life according to his holy ordinance before you were born. When he was making your soul, when he was thinking of making you, he was like, I can see this world needs this. So I'm going to make Beth, or I'm going to make John, so that you can come and fill this gap in the world. And then he made you. So there's something you're created to do. The fourth point, it is only the Lord who can make you great, even in this society that seems to be overcrowded. If I look at Genesis, only God can make you anything. Genesis 12:2, Abraham aliambiwa na God, I will make you a great nation. Mark 1:17, Jesus said to them, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men." Look at Matthew 25:21. This faithful servant mwenye alipewa talents na the master akazi multiply. What did the master say? "I will make you ruler over many things." And this one is the representative of God, this master. Deuteronomy 28:13 inasema, we usually say, "I am the head and not the tail." Let's see. "And the Lord will make you the head and not the tail. You shall be above only and not beneath, if you heed the commandments of the Lord your God." So it is God who makes you the head and not the tail. Allow God to make you. And God has given us something called free will. He cannot force you to do anything. Neither God nor the devil can force you to do anything. He created you when you unachagua. Do you see in cartoons, the way there's an angel and a demon on your shoulder? Yeah? And then they try to convince this person, ati yeye fanya hivyo, hapana usifanye hivyo, you see. But who chooses what they are going to do and who they are going to follow? It's the person, sindio? That is true even for your life. It happens in your mind every day. Unasikia wacha nifanye hii, hapana wacha nifanye hii. And when you choose what to do, if you choose to follow God or the devil, what happens? You get the consequence of that choice that you have made. So choose to allow God to make you that which He created you to be. The fifth point, it is God who gives you divine strategies. God gives you divine strategies. For example, we are told by our teachers many times, I'm sure, that we should have our own study timetable. So if you don't have a timetable, you are haphazardly doing things. And that means that zingine uta leave out. So vitu kama hizo ndio strategies Mungu hupea mtu. For example, another example, ukiwa na hiyo study timetable, your prep time should be your prep time for learning those things that uko weak in, like in every subject. So what do? Manage your day very well, because homework lazima tupewe na walimu. So what do? During the day, don't waste your time talking during class time. Kabla teacher afike unaongea, unapiga story, vitu kaa hizo. Don't waste that time. Fanya 2 sums. Kama ni za math, fanya 2. By the time the next teacher is coming in, vitu kama hizo. So that by the time inafika prep time, you have already completed your assignments. Now you are doing that which you are weak in. Those are the divine strategies I'm talking about. And only God can give you. He opens up your understanding in a way that cannot be explained. But there are some things that we have to take responsibility for. I would like to encourage you in the 6th point that know that we are already fighting a won battle. Jesus already won for us 2,000 years ago on the cross. And He won everything across board, including academics. So you are already fighting a won battle. What is your work? To enforce the victory that Jesus already gave you. So walk in confidence, especially if you're born again. Because when you're born again, you have allowed Christ to help you in your life. So when you do that, the victory is already yours. Walk in confidence. But let's understand in point number 7, which is the last one, that you have a part to play. We can't just pray to God. God comes and blesses the work of your hands, not empty hands, but something that you have done. One of the things that God tells us as young people, which is told even tukiwa Sunday school, mpaka sai, but it holds true, is that we should obey our parents. And our parents are here today. And this holds true, because they are the only ones with your best interest at heart. Inaweza kaa kwanza saa hii ukiwa form 4 ni kama wanakukazia sana. Maybe some of you don't have phones by now. Maybe you can't even watch the TV much anymore. Sindio? Please appreciate what they are doing. You will see the results later. But then when those results came, let me tell you, you forget all of those things at sijui simu iliendanga. You're enjoying your phone when you have good grades and you know, sasa mimi ndio ninachagua course yenye nataka kufanya na campus yenye najisikia kuenda. It is the best feeling. But you have to sacrifice. Jesus said, if anyone wants to build a tower, they must do what? Sit down and count the cost. Good performance doesn't come by just sitting down. Your parents are your shepherd. Do you know in Israel, hata saa hii ukienda Nairobi upande ndege uende Israel, leo, utaona that shepherds in Israel, unaona venye kwetu huwa tuko nyuma ya sheep tukizigonga, ndio ziende mbele. In Israel, the shepherd walks, doesn't even look back, and the sheep always follow. I don't know how they do it, but that's just how it is. Hata kama shepherd ni mtoto wa class 2, because they are there, those sheep will follow her because they know their shepherd. And that is why Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice. They are supposed to shepherd us. It's supposed to be a good relationship with our parents. That they lead because they've already gone ahead of us anyway. They lead us and us we follow them as we learn from them. But the thing is, if we don't follow them, we have to be driven. Ati ukienda Israel uone sheep zinapangwa zikisukuma venye watu tunafanya huku Kenya, know that those sheep are going to be slaughtered, and that is definitely not the shepherd who is taking them. We are supposed to naturally follow our shepherds that God has given us. But the thing is, we tend, of course, at this age we are very rebellious, and it doesn't end when you are in high school. Ama ukiingia campus inaisha, inaendeleanga tu. Mpaka saa hii mi consider myself still an adolescent. You know why? You're still forming ideologies even when you're in campus. Ukifika fourth year ndio sasa unaanzanga kuwa umemachua kidogo. But si sana. Kwa hivyo mjue, mjue you must listen to your parents. Your parents are your shepherds. It may feel like they are being hard on you. I'll use one last example by telling you, if mnaenda kwa barabara, for example, if you even in Nyeri, there's not much traffic. But then if you go mpate mahali kuna traffic mingi na Nyeri, you'll ask yourself what is going on hapo mbele, and it's inconveniencing. So you will continue in the jam mpaka ufike hapo. And when you get there, maybe you see ni transist ime break down or something like that. You go like, oh, kumbe this is the reason. Sindio? Continue to do good from force. Continue to do what they tell you. Continue to do it. You might not understand it now because that is just how life is. I don't know why God made it like that, but don't grow weary in doing what is right. Hapo mbele, ukifika hapo mbele, utaelewa ni kwa nini hizi vitu zote mlikuwa mnaambiwa mfanye. We are now going on a short break. There's much more coming up from right here in Nyeri Baptist. Therefore,
Stay tuned.